Hello, everybody. Can you hear us? We got Gambling Granny's already in the house, and Kissy Kat's already in the house. Two of my favorite people. And what, Tina?
Waiting. Mine's slow. There we go.
So she was waiting. So, is everything good, guys? Can you hear us? There's Helen Callie. How are you?
Hey,
Good.
Helen.
Glad to have you in. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And Kiss Kat said she just made a cocktail.
Oh, let me guess. Jim Beam apple?
Yeah. She
Hi,
likes
Kissy
that
Kat.
Jim Beam apple, so that's cool. So
Hey, Michael.
Michael Ford in here. All right. So that's cool. We've got some members showing up. Patreon. Michael Ford's a Patreon member, and Kissy Kat's a YouTube member. So I appreciate you guys a lot. There's a KK.
Ikeka.
Ikeka. Okay.
Ikeka.
Nice. Thanks for coming in.
Aloha.
Yeah. Aloha. So this is cool. Everybody's coming in. We got people from all over the place, and one thing that I'm waiting on KenoKid and Seeking Vegas Sunrise. Anthony and Christina to get here so we can.
Hopefully they'll make it. Hey, Kia-Belle.
Hey, kid. They want us to try Malort because I wouldn't do it at the at the wedding, and so I'm gonna try Malort. But if they don't show up, I'm not doing it.
Oh, there's
Keno showed up, so now I got to do some Malort. So,
he's on the way back from the casino.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. And and Keno is also another member, so I appreciate you guys supporting us. That helps.
And Kia-Belle.
As you can tell, I've spent a lot of money on whiskey bottles, so those memberships help. Even my daughter became a Patreon member, so that's really cool. So appreciate that. Walt likes the lining in his stomach. No, Malort. Exactly.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, and there's my son Daniel.
He needs to stop by.
Yeah, Daniel has been. My son's been in a couple lives with me, and then we did some videos, some blind tasting and stuff
been
like that.
While. Needs to come back. Hey,
Daniel
Ronnie.
really knows his whiskey. I mean, probably a lot better than I do.
Hey, Christina and Anthony, if he's
with you.
Oh,
no, so they're on here too. So
hey, Dave, Ibuprofen Dave.
They're putting the they want to see me do Malort. And of course, I had this on my community. If you go to my Frontiersman page, the community tab, there was a poll about which whiskey. Of course, Malort's not really a whiskey; it's a liqueur. But which should I try first tonight? And the standings are Jefferson's Malort is number one. That's the one I have to try first. And then Breckenridge second. The problem with doing Malort first is that I probably will be sick and won't be able to drink anymore. And the live stream will be over in about 30 minutes.
Well, hey, WGWCO from Colorado Springs.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Thank you for coming in.
WGWCO. Cool.
Good to have you.
And what does all those WGWCO stand? It must be something Colorado, you think? But I don't know. Probably. So he might be interested in me trying some Breckenridge. I know Anthony and Christine are from Colorado. And hey, Granny, is Dice around? Because I'm going to try that Breckenridge here in a little bit.
Hey, BB.
Oh, turquoise. BB is here. Good to see her. Good to see everybody.
Hey, Mercy.
Thank y'all. There's Mercy. Awesome.
How are you doing?
Yeah. So good we met her back in
June of last year, and then we got to see her again.
It's been a little
when
bit,
we were at our recent Vegas
talked
trip.
to her a little bit
So
more.
good
That
to
was
see
fun.
you
And
again.
there is Dice. He is on, and so we'll be doing
Hey,
Breckenridge.
Dice.
So this is cool that everybody's coming in. Appreciate you guys. So not a whole lot planned other than, first of all, should we toast Keno and them with Malort for their wedding?
I guess so.
That was a great wedding.
Hey, Bill Coleman.
That was a lot of fun.
How are you this evening?
What I want to know, if my son Daniel's still here, if Daniel, would you try Malort, or have you tried Malort, Daniel? There's Bill Coleman. Hey, Bill.
I've got a special pick tonight, too.
We just got these little bottles
that I picked out from Bill
of Malort. Yes, we've got several things to talk about. We've got bottles that Bill Coleman sent us some money, said, hey, go get some bottles.
We picked some just for Bill.
So that was awesome. And then Kissy Kat gave us these cool little ice cubes.
Can't wait.
Man, these things they're called rocks. They're little rocks. And
whiskey stones.
They're cold.
These are whiskey stones.
We're going to try that.
See?
And
they came in this little bag. We'll show you that in a bit.
Yeah. Little bag.
Thank you, Kissy Kat. Can't wait to
Daniel
use
says
those.
He wants to try Malort.
Well, we'll save you some, Daniel. No worries.
Kia-Belle says Malort won't make you sick. It adds lining to your stomach. Oh.
No, she said you like the lining. Oh, I see.
It adds lining to your stomach. So I don't know about all that.
Oh my goodness.
And did I see Random Gene?
Now Anthony. Sneaky Vegas sunrise.
What did he say?
Now Tina.
Now Tina. I just say, since he says
now Christina.
He says I always say now Tina, I say now Christina.
Yeah.
So Tina, I'm gonna let you have that. I'm not gonna pour this in one of my whiskey glasses because I don't want it to be tainted.
Oh gosh, are y'all ready? Say hi to Random Gene. Hey Gene. Thanks for coming in.
And I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on this. There's Random Gene. I thought I saw him in here. Good to see him. And there's Seeking Vegas, Vegas Best Ideas. They're in here.
Hey, Tamara and Gord, back in Canada.
Yeah, I know.
I know you're missing Vegas.
No doubt. And then got in a snowstorm going to Montana.
I know. Oh, are y'all ready for this? Am I ready for this?
I've already smelled it. Oh, maybe we should just pour it in a little glass.
Oh.
Here, let's just pour it in here. That way we can actually get the real. We're going to treat this like it's a real something.
You guys have a nice dinner. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hello.
You know what? That smells like cucumbers.
Have a great time with the boys.
Who's this?
Tamara and Gord are going to dinner with the boys.
Oh, enjoy. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. And let's see. Yeah, he says he's curious about the bourbon. Malort,
yeah.
Which I actually bought that too. And
no, he gave that to you.
Oh, he gave this to
you?
Did you give this to me?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He did. That's right. And I had to order. So yes, I'm interested. I will try that tonight just for Anthony. You gotta watch me because I'm old. Maybe I'll run for president.
Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter.
So
thank you for coming in.
Tina, what does it smell like?
Smells like medicine.
It don't. I don't know. It's really hard to get. That is the most foul smelling things I've ever seen. And there's Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter. Good to see you come in. Thank you. We're getting ready to try Malort. I've been coaxed into doing this, so I'm going to do it.
Yes, he ordered those shooters, Anthony. He did.
Kissy Kat says, bitter beer face. Yes, exactly.
Jean says, honestly, smells like ass.
Oh my God. Well, I didn't really want to say that.
KenoKid smells like immortality.
It smells like I've been in better smelling like Porta Johns where just honestly, but I know everybody just shoots it, but
Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter. All right, here we go.
Oh my God. No, my God.
Oh.
That is the worst.
It made my tongue numb.
That's the worst thing I've ever tasted. That is just awful.
Yes, Kissy Kat, like high school stuff when you drank cheap.
I mean, my body is shivering from like what it's like. It's saying, "What are you doing?"
Walt likes it. Yeah, that's the fake.
This is
the face of love.
My God. And like, look at this. I'm only doing this because I love KenoKid and Keno Candy and Christina and Anthony from Seeking Vegas Sunrise. That's the only reason I would. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
I can't even get this out of my.
Hey, Duder. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thanks everybody for coming there. Duder coming in. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Duder, I just tried this.
My Lord.
If my son Daniel's still watching, there's 4 more of these things, Daniel. You can have them. But actually, what we're going to do, one of the reasons I bought these is because Daniel and I are going to do some blind taste tests. And there'll be categories, and then we'll pick to see who. I can't get it out of my mouth. It's going to ruin the rest of the stuff. So, but anyway, Daniel and I are going to do these blind taste testings. We're going to try to guess. We're going to try to guess the bottle. We're going to try to guess the proof. We're going to try to guess whether it's a rye or a bourbon or whatever. And then we'll do it for about 3 weeks. So it'll go on for about 3 or 4 weeks. And then the loser is going to have to drink a shot of Malort. I felt like I lost something to have to do this tonight.
Paula, you missed nothing good yet. We had this challenge by our friends, Anthony and Christina from Seeking Vegas Sunrise, and KenoKid and Keno Candy, for us to try Malort. And it was awful. But we love them still, even though. So the good stuff is to come. Although Walt does still have to try Anthony's
oh my God.
Bourbon Malort.
That's probably not it. That is the most foul. Guys, if anybody's never had Malort.
Hey, there's Jair. Hey, Canadian Barbecue Mafia.
Christina missed it. You'll have to watch the replay. I am not drinking. I just downed the rest of that stuff.
Good for you. I didn't finish mine. I took 2 drinks though.
And
I gave it a good try.
But Christina's back in and she says the good news, Malort will make everything else taste better. That's a good way to look at it. Although I'm not sure if I've got taste buds now.
They were kind of burnt. So anyway,
Tom's gonna make a Jack and Coke.
Keno
Jack
said,
and Coke. That sounds
Malort
good.
is Bigfoot approved.
And there's Jer. He said, "Hi, family. Hey, Jer. How are you, buddy?" Jer and I are going to do a live stream. I think we're tentatively set for May the 7th. And we're going to talk about 5 whiskeys you need. I'm hoping I can get Daniel to come in on that with me. So we'll see about that. And we'll do the 5 whiskeys, the only 5 whiskeys you need. So we'll be talking about on May the 7th.
Jean said that stuff leaves a taste of bail and attorneys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Phew, I tell you.
That is just, I mean, that's the worst
the lid
bitter taste. I don't know.
For Daniel.
That's the worst bitter taste ever.
Oh, we'll bring them back next time we see Candy and Keno and Anthony. Hey, Lon, Wrestling Ernest Hemingway, how are you?
Hi, Wellington. Just got online. Didn't expect you on at this moment. Very cool. I was able to catch you live. Yeah, Lon, glad you were able to get in here, and appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah.
Love that we have everybody in here tonight. This is fun.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I'm getting ready to try Breckenridge. Do you see that, Tina? Where is that?
That is.
Oh,
right
here
there.
it is.
I need a couple glasses, actually.
I'm getting ready to try this Breckenridge. It's 105 proof. That Dice said he loved Breckenridge. So now this is I think the one he was talking about just was the regular bottle, but I like more high proof stuff.
Hey, Scott.
And what do you need to?
Thank you for coming in.
Oh yeah, there's Scott. Hey, what else?
Nothing.
Oh.
I was just
okay.
letting you.
And so we need to open this up. Let's do that. I like this little bottle. I don't know. Isn't that a nice looking bottle, folks? Cool. Look at that. That's cool.
Can't wait to try this.
We had a discussion not too long ago about how whiskey bottles are sexy. So
how are you tonight, Mr. Goodspeed?
Yeah, there's Andy Goodspeed. Andy, we're not doing water on this one. Although I do have some water.
Whiskey Warriors. I like that, Andy. I like that name. That's a good name.
I'm trying to cleanse my palate.
Okay, I'm ready for something good. You missed the Malort, Andy.
Scott, I'm sorry. Just go back and watch the beginning. I cringed. But I did it. I did drink Malort, and Tina did too. You had it before, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a very teeny sip in the Keno's room after the wedding.
Wasn't that wedding just amazing? That whole day was a really great day.
It was awesome.
I know you're all sick of watching videos. Everybody's watching each other's videos.
But what a tribute, though, to them. It was. For all of the different YouTubers' point of views. I know y'all have enjoyed that, and as I have. And hey, Pennies.
Granny was saying that Thomas DLVTT did a really nice video, and so I want to check that out. The Malort is a debacle, Andy. So yeah, and so is Dice here? Did he have to leave? Because I want to do this when Dice is here. Did you try Malort in that or what? Okay.
No. I've got this one for this.
Okay, that sounds good. So
Pennies is in here.
I love the smell. This has a very
Pennies.
Now this is not a bourbon, I don't guess. It's more of a.
There he is. Dice is in here.
It is. It's a bourbon whiskey. It's a straight bourbon whiskey. Ooh. It is a blend. It's 105 proof. So 105 proof. That's pretty strong. It's made in Colorado. And hang on just a second.
Build those up. Our ones that we picked are coming up. that
Yes, I must show
you
him.
sent us to pick.
So it says it's aged for a minimum of 2 years in new charred oak barrels. And it's whiskey from the snowmelt from the Rocky Mountains. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to try a little bit of this. Tina. Now, Tina.
Lon said last time he had whiskey was in Vegas and had security take him to the room. And he fell asleep at the bar.
Now you've got to
That
give
happens.
this a really good swirl. Just open it up, let it get some air in it a little bit.
Swirly, swirly.
And I notice it's not very oily. If I look on the side of the barrel, the bottle, the glass that I'm shaking, it's not too oily.
It's got a good smell.
What is that smell?
It's kind of...
Oh, wait a minute. Daniel, I think, texted me. Yeah. Love to see Daniel come into the video sometimes. We'll do that. What's this? That's a big microphone, Walter. What are you trying to make up for?
Only Andy.
Only Andy.
Can always count on Andy.
Yeah, Bill, these are called Glencairn glasses. Glencairn. And that's the ones you can really... I haven't tasted this yet, but I'm trying to figure out on the nose what this is that's different. And you know what's different?
What?
Wait a minute. Usually I smell like oak or like something like that, but now there's something that's like it's like more like a pine or something.
It's more kind of like fruity to me. Like
it may be
more fruity than oaky.
But it seems like a pine tree. Maybe that's from the I like my whiskey is in mixed drinks. She likes the whiskey and mixed drinks. I don't even want to show what Andy said. Good time to use it after Walt has too much.
That's Tom.
Oh, Tom. What are you? Oh my God. We're going to just pass it. You guys are bad. I always brought charcoal tabs with me every trip to Vegas because I never knew how much I was going to drink. I swear by the charcoal tabs. I've heard that does a good job. Cool. So I get a lot of pine. I do get a little bit of caramel, like
yeah, maybe so.
But very, very
a little bit of a hint of that.
Like a burnt caramel.
Ready?
I still get the one thing you can tell is that it's young. So when it's young, it's not as full of the oak flavors as you normally would get. What's surprising at 105 proof, it's not. They don't have a lot of ethanol.
No, it's pretty smooth. Yeah,
pretty smooth to drink. Pretty easy to drink.
Yeah.
So Kissy Kat says nice and smooth. Yes.
Yep. Light crisp.
Yeah.
I do taste maybe a little tiny bit of spice, but it's more fruity than oaky.
Yeah, it is. It's different from like your Kentucky bourbons and stuff like that. So I'm trying to pick up some spice, a little bit of spice. This almost reminds me of an Irish whiskey.
Anthony said it's almost like eating fire. No.
So it's almost like eating fire. Yeah.
And he said, "Did you say it tasted like pine, like a tree?"
Mm-hmm. it smells piney. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it smells
it
a little.
kind of smells
Yeah, I don't
a
know.
little bit. I picked after you said that, I could tell that, but to me, no. I'm not sure that I've ever eaten pine. I'm pretty sure I haven't, but no.
But you've been around it and smelled it.
Yeah.
I take a picture of room number. I'm missing the conversation here. And Kissy Kat says, wrestling. I went to the wrong room at the D. I was cursing because they wouldn't work. I've done that. Put your key in, like, daggone it, what? My key's not working. So, Dice, that's pretty daggone good.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
And have I ever had true? Oh, yes. I've had true moonshine from both Floyd County, Virginia, or Franklin County, Virginia, which is the moonshine capital. If you ever see that movie Lawless, that's where that was shot, in Franklin County, which is like 25 miles from us. And then also I've had moonshine from West Virginia and from South Carolina. I remember, that's a great question, Bill. I remember when I was probably 16, 17 years old, we used to drive down this old dirt road in South Carolina. I mean, this thing had so many holes so the guy could see if the cops were coming. There's no way cops could come in there quick. I mean, you had to drive like less than 5 to get through there.
Hey, Kevin at Vegas Visual.
Hey,
thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Good to see you, Kevin. So we would pool our money and we'd buy us a thing of moonshine and then we'd creep on out there. And so those were the days. That was the first, was in South Carolina, and then we moved to West Virginia and tried some there, and some of that stuff is.
And Andy even likes moonshine, as he says.
Yeah, but that's the flavored. He wants the sissy moonshine,
but it'll still.
It'll still
rear end. It don't matter if it's flavored or not. Simone likes the moonshine pickles.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
They are very good.
Definitely had a hell of a kick. Copperhead Road. I don't know if I've been on Copperhead Road, but I do know that when I lived in South Carolina, we used to ride our bikes down this dirt road in South Carolina. It's near, Somerville was the town, but we were probably about 25 miles from the coast. But whenever you rode your bike down through there, we would see rattlesnakes all the time. And them things these copperheads are mean. They're mean as snakes.
Mean as snakes.
Andy says he does like moonshine. Kia is doing the little, what's this one?
Yes, Tom. A lot of people around here in the Franklin County area, especially, they put those peaches, they put all kinds of fruit.
Oh yeah.
And you can
put cherries into a mason jar for 4 years with moonshine would turn the cherries white. And oh yeah, I'm sure that'd light you up.
Yeah, you only have to eat one.
So anyway, guys, we've got a nice, good crowd, and I appreciate everybody that's coming in here.
Thank you all for coming in.
We have so far tried Malort, and I survived, and just barely. And then we've tried the Breckenridge, which is very good. I could drink
recommended from Dice
every day. That was good stuff.
And thank you very much, sir, for that.
That was good. So Dice, if you see the Breckenridge high proof, you might want to try that. And then Lon says, what would I say is the smoothest? Oh yeah, I will buy Breckenridge again. What would you say is the smoothest, most non-throat burning quality whiskey you ever had?
Andy.
I would have to say probably something from Maker's Mark.
Yeah, I'm a big Maker's Mark fan.
Maker's Mark is really, they don't make a lot of high proof stuff anyway. But if you're talking about And all whiskeys have to, bourbon has to be 80%.
Kevin has a good question.
What's that?
Do you ever pick a drink based on the bottle, size, shape, or label? We have. If we've liked the
Where's
label
this
before.
question at?
It is right there.
Okay, Kevin asked this question. Good question. But I would say the smoothest, non-burning, it's got to be a Maker's Mark thing, because the reason Maker's Mark is smoother because they don't use rye. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times the bourbons, to be a bourbon, you have to be 51% corn, and then at least 51% corn, and then no more than 49% rye. That makes a bourbon. So, but a lot of people will put, 60% corn and 30% rye. The rye is what gives you the spice, and whereas with Maker's Mark, they'll put 70% corn, no rye, and then they'll use malted barley and what else? And wheat. Then they'll use wheat, which makes it smooth. So
corn and
that's
wheat.
Probably why a lot of people like Maker's Mark. So
okay.
Now this question, good question from Kevin. Do you ever pick a drink based on the bottle size, shape, or label? I don't know if I pick a drink, but I will occasionally pick a bottle just because it's really cool looking. Like, or they have a story. Now this is a cool bottle. I like this. You don't see too many square bottles like that. It's got this really neat logo on it. That's kind of like a paper thing, and that little card. And so, yes, I picked that. It's a Virginia whiskey, and I thought I was looking for a Virginia whiskey, and then on the side it's got that, and then it has a story to tell. Mm-hmm. So that's why I love. Yeah, so I picked this bottle and probably some others just because of the bottle, and this is actually pretty good stuff. So that was cool. And what did Andy say now?
Hey. He said something rude earlier, and then he said, Walter is most likely going to be removing my picture from the shelf soon.
No way. No way. And then this is the coolest bottle. This bottle, and this was I picked this solely because of the label, and then I found out that the metal plate on here, and that's actual metal from the World Trade Center. So that's where this plate came. So this Horse Soldier whiskey was from the Afghan soldiers. And you probably see the movie Horse Soldiers. If you haven't seen the movie Horse Soldiers, you want to check it out. This is 121 proof whiskey, and it's very good. Look at that.
That's a good idea, Kissy Kat. She said they should make a barreled shaped bottle, and just put it in a little tiny real oak barrel.
Well, they do that.
That's a really good idea.
They'll do that. They'll sell some that come in barrels.
Yeah, but can you find them? I guess you just have to go to the distillery or whatever.
They should make a barrel shaped bottle. That's cool. Why would what did Andy say? Was he saying more rude and crude things? Like I would. So what's next? You know what we need to do?
What is next?
Is Paula still here? Maybe Dale? This bottle right here, this is a Gentleman Jack bottle, which you can find anywhere, but you can't find it with this on the back of it. PBR, and I think that stands for Professional Bull Riders Association, I believe.
Yeah.
And this bottle was given to me by none other than Dale McKenzie. And, he loves the rodeo and bull riding. And I learned some phrases from watching their Christmas videos, and they're talking because the bull riders were in town and the rodeos in town. They're talking about people having wrecks. I didn't know that when the bull threw you off or whatever, that was a wreck. It was a really bad wreck some of the guys had. So I learned a lot watching that. And of course, I've just learned a lot from watching Dale and Paula. But I don't want to open this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this little tiny Gentleman Jacks. And I'm going to put it on a couple of these little rocks that Kissy Kat got us.
These are whiskey stones. They came in this little bag, and you store them in that. But you can put them in the freezer for like a couple hours before you want to use them to get them cold. And they're really cool. So I'm excited. We don't have any of those. And thank you very much, Kissy Kat. That was a very sweet, special, thoughtful thing that you did. Appreciate that.
And then after we do this, we're going to talk about the bottles that Bill got us. So
that we picked out, yeah.
Guys, Gentleman Jack is actually really good. We're going to try this up. We put a couple ice cubes in there, Tina. Now, the good thing about the rocks is that it'll make it cold, but it's not going to melt. Rocks don't melt.
That's right.
I guess they would if you left them in there long
enough. So Paula's still in here. You can tell Dale if he's watching.
Yeah.
Obviously. So we're saving, of course, our bottle.
Yeah.
And we got a little bottle to try.
Andy's so sorry Walter brings out the word. What is he saying? I don't know.
No, he was apologizing to Paula. He was like, I didn't know she was in here.
Yeah. Paula, tell Andy to behave.
She hadn't told him it was okay. He said, sorry, Paula. Walter.
Oh, the Gentleman Jack is, that smells good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I can smell.
I'm not a big Jack Daniels fan, but this Gentleman Jack's pretty good.
Smells good. That's right, Kissy Kat. No watery drinks. You can have the stones all day, and they won't make your whiskey watery.
So, Gentleman Jack, use these between $35-$40, I guess. Of course, the professional bull riders bottle, I don't know what that was. That could have been a whole lot more. And that's actually, because Jack Daniels is usually about what? I guess $30.
Yes, Bill.
And maybe Gentleman Jack's about 40. I don't know. You guys can tell me. And what has Bill said?
He said those are cool since they don't melt.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I know. It's a very cool, thoughtful idea. Kissy Kat. Thank you.
So I didn't want to open Dale's bottle, so I bought a little bottle.
Paula said, Dale said, open it.
I can't. I just can't. What was Andy saying?
We'll take it out and keep.
I like my whiskey with no ice and no whiskey, just a glass of water is perfect. Okay. That's boring.
We'll take it. We'll take it out, but keep buying the little bottles, and we'll look at that bottle when we drink the little bottles.
Kissy Kat makes it very. I like that. I crunch my ice, so I could see me getting tipsy and just like that would not be good.
That would not be good.
That would not. That'd be worse than crunching down on a popcorn kernel, I'm sure. Gentleman Jack, good stuff. Good stuff. So that is cool.
It almost has a it's pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, it is smooth. Yeah.
On when you first on the front, I guess it's like a sweet.
Very
it's
sweet.
Almost got a very sweet taste.
Yep.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. McKenzie.
Yeah, I would, Bill. I would. I mean, it's like, but beware. Just beware what Kissy Kat said. That's true. Because I can see myself having like more than a couple drinks and be munching down on those.
Jer said the only thing you should mix with good whiskey is spit.
Who said that?
Jer.
Amen, Jer. That is true. Where did he say that? I missed that.
Oh, that's a good question. Kissy Kat, do you tend to drink stronger whiskeys in the winter for the heat? I guess not necessarily.
Nah, not necessarily.
But sometimes it makes it better in the winter. It definitely can be a cozier thing, where in the summer, in the heat, you want those more refreshing cocktails, I guess, like margaritas or
there's Jared.
What have you. But
Jared says you should mix with good whiskey, and that is true. I talked about that like not too long ago. If I have a Russell's Reserve, which I took to the wedding, and we're all drinking that, if you put ice in that Russell's single barrel, or you mix it, you have just messed up a perfectly good whiskey. Now, some, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, I occasionally will be somewhere and I just want a cocktail, so I'll mix it with something. But Jared's right about that.
Kevin said, "Who likes their drink with no glass, just straight out of the bottle?" I'm gonna guess there's someone in here or was in here named Duder that likes that. I believe we have that on video.
Thank you, Bill. Bill just sent us some cash on the Cash-App, which you can find in my description.
Thank you so much, Bill.
I really appreciate that.
You don't have to do that. We appreciate that.
Andy says, Walter, when not drinking whiskey, what do you prefer to drink? And I bet, Andy, you can answer that yourself. So tell me what you think. I know you know.
Andy,
he knows what I drink.
Hey, Jeff.
A lot of people.
Jeff Bartelli is in here.
Oh,
Thank
really?
you for coming in.
All right. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you.
Also,
that is so cool. Jeff, I hope you're doing good. I worked with him at Kingman, and I love Jeff. He is a great guy. Great guy. Let's see.
I like it when they pour whiskey on the ice blocks. You take a shot at the other end.
While we're at it, so Bill sent us some money, so I was able to buy some whiskeys, and I'm going to show you. Now, I'm not going to drink these tonight.
There's my pick. Right?
Oh yeah,
I picked that.
This wasn't one of them.
No, Mary's Reserve.
That was later. No, that was later.
Okay, so this was one of them too.
Yep. So we ended up, because Bill sent us some money to buy whiskeys. I ended up buying 4 bottles. Tina picked this.
There's my pick.
Smoked maple. We're going to do this on the Kentucky Derby preview. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Thursday. This Thursday, we're going to do a Kentucky Derby preview. And then I bought this one, Jefferson's Reserve, which is a really nice bottle. It says a very old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I've not tried that. I've heard some good things about that. There, we can put it back here. We can put this back there too.
So hopefully you saw that, Bill.
Yeah. And then this is something I thought was really cool. It's a Maker's Mark. We were talking about Maker's Mark earlier. And this was French oaked. So they have Maker's Mark. They will distill the whiskey. They put it into barrels. And then they have these staves. So they'll have French oak staves or whatever different. They have all kind of different ones. And they'll stick them in the barrels. They're like these long pieces of wood. For example, like in this whiskey right here, you can see they used several different staves. I don't know if you can read that. I'm trying to. There you go. So this was a Mary's Grand Reserve, and they put several different states. I can't read it because it's too dark in here.
Did I pick that one too? From that?
Yeah, and the mint julep. Yep, you can show them that one too.
Bill, I had a second pick, so I picked two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I sort of
And those
Mary's Reserve too,
that was
but
the fourth one. So
but this is the other one that I saw, and
Mint
I picked
julep.
that out.
For the Kentucky Derby show.
And I was like, oh my gosh, look what I found. Gotta get this for the Kentucky Derby. So
he said, well, now I know what you do like to drink.
And JR won. Andy said he had no idea. He said iced tea, strawberry milk, Kool-Aid, I guess. And JR said, Monster Energy drinks.
Yes, he is exactly right. What was Andy saying? Sweet tea, whatever. I don't know.
Iced tea, strawberry milk.
He knows. He just likes
I had no idea.
And Jared says, Monster Energy. Exactly. I wasn't giving away a prize on that, but I need to. Jared, I need to send Jared a t-shirt on the Monster.
And send Andy something.
I'm gonna send Andy, I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember the Unabomber?
Thank you, Bill. We will. We enjoyed
Bill,
picking those out.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun, Bill, to go pick out some bottles. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody on there. This is a lot of fun. And what I like is that we got some good questions tonight. I do send like different sizes to different people. I didn't know. And Jared says, I pay attention to Walt's videos. Jared, thank you. Thank you. Andy don't even watch, but he does leave all these comments. Like he writes a book. But now I will say this, of all the comments, Andy, he writes these long paragraphs, and so does Lon. What's his channel's name?
Wrestling Ernest Hemingway.
Lon writes books too. I mean, he writes long books. And Lon had a great story. Before I try my next whiskey, I'm going to read you.
Wait, Kevin has a question.
All right.
What has been your favorite bar, drinking establishment you have ever been in? Wow.
That's tough. My favorite bar, drinking establishment.
We've been in different levels of that.
Well, back when I was like 21 or something, I went to Daytona Beach and I drank at the Oyster Pub, but I'm not going to tell you too much about that. But now later in my later on years, I would say
Anthony, that's true.
Yeah, the Oyster Pub left it was fun. Tina, I've told you the story, hadn't I?
You said, Kissy Kat, that's hard. Pick three.
Pick three. Okay, I'll pick three. Oh, in Las Vegas, one of my favorite bars is in MGM is that whiskey bar in MGM.
Oh yeah. Started with what was it called? It was in one of our videos.
Mm-hmm.
D that started with a D. I don't remember.
But then there's also
the video.
Then there's another one there's a whiskey bar in the Venetian.
Mm-hmm.
Where we met.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good whiskey bar. But the one in MGM was really, really good.
I can't remember the name of either.
And then one place that I really like going is Atomic Liquors. I think that's a cool little bar.
I've been there one time.
They've been closed throughout COVID, so I've been looking to go back.
That was so very cool. We're gonna go back there because it's like real. Like, has anyone in the chat been there? Christina, Anthony, Keno, have y'all ever? Well, I don't think Keno's in here right here now. He's driving, but
yeah.
It is like a mobster bar.
Yeah, the
because it kind of was, but
Atomic Liquors. We tried to go down there with Andy, but they were closed.
Anthony said they love that place. We gotta go again.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if Dale and Paula.
Brandon
have ever
Jean
been
says
down
the
there.
Whiskey Down Bar. Where's the Whiskey Down Bar? Random. Is that the name in MGM or what is it? Is it because I could not remember. And then the one in the Venetian is pretty cool, but Atomic Liquors.
Scott loves Atomic Liquors. Yes,
I mean,
it's a great place.
You know, Whiskey Liquor Up is great. That's a good place. They got a lot of good mixed drinks in there, and that's a cool place.
Yeah.
Is Dean Martin's seat still there at the Atomic Liquor?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really don't know.
But
I've only again been there once.
It probably is it, but it's been so while because they were closed so long. Tom says, I went to a bar in Reno, Nevada. They had lights under the booze. Oh, cool. Didn't think anything about it. Buddy and I ordered shots, and they were hot due to the lights. We almost threw. Which that reminds me of the Peppermill. Don't you love that lounge? The Peppermill.
The Peppermill is.
I mean,
awesome.
you can just go in.
Love that. Most of you in here, in the chat. I mean, who doesn't love the Peppermill? That is like the
great place to hang out.
Vintage lounge. Yep.
Yeah.
And I haven't been in there for a while. I want to.
And then another really cool bar is in Huntington, West Virginia, and we just went there with my son Daniel.
Oh yeah.
If Daniel is still on, he could probably tell us the name. But it was a whiskey bar. Actually, it had a brewery, and then it had all these different whiskeys. And I got to try the Wild Turkey Master's Keep, and that was amazing. That was a really good
Kissy Kat says she loves the Peppermill. She won $250 by the door.
Oh
yeah,
really?
So
that's pretty cool.
Paula, you vlogged the Atomic Liquors or the Peppermill?
Yeah, both of them are historic, and
I remember your Peppermill video. I know you've done that.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but Peppermill is so full of history too. And I love that vintage 60s, 70s. And Bill says Bacardi Gold and Glenlivet Scotch.
Dell and Paula, I think Glenlivet, they like that a lot. I believe that's one of their kind of favorite preferred scotches.
Is Jer a moderator? Need to make him.
Yes, he is.
All right, good. Guys, I'm gonna read you Lon's story that he sent to me today.
Is that okay, Lon?
In regards to my recent video about the Bigfoot tree knocks, and I thought this was a really cool story. Let me try to read it. So this is Lon wrestling Ernest Hemingway, and he's telling this story. And he says, I think I told you about my encounter in Holcomb Valley, California, near Big Bear Lake. I had a friend invite me to a Boy Scout camp in Holcomb Valley. He was staying there with his kids on a Boy Scout camping trip. I love going up to Big Bear Lake, and I wasn't invited on the Boy Scout campgrounds, really. So I parked about a mile away from the camp in a nice secluded off-road spot nestled in the pines, which I wanted to camp on my own anyways. My friend and I both planned on trying to scare the Boy Scouts with playing this Bigfoot tape. I knew I would be camping in a wilderness area far from town. Holcomb Valley is that for sure. So I had a tape with Art Bell's various Bigfoot screams, yells on them. So Art Bell has this radio channel, and people send him these weird stuff all the time. So he evidently Lon had that recorded. He says, he said, so it was about 11 p.m. at night. I decided to open the doors to my truck, which I had speakers on the door, and play the tape as loud as I could. I had one friend with me. We thought it was amusing to us, but it didn't seem to be loud enough for the Boy Scout camp to even hear it anyway. So, especially with all the trees, so we laughed it off as the joke was not even going to work, or possibly for them to hear it, as I had parked way too far away anyways. So the speakers were just not loud enough for the sound to go through the trees. He says, then about 10 to 15 minutes later, already wrapped up in another conversation, sitting by our fire, we get almost the same exact sound far off in the distance. Twice that sounded maybe at least about 2 football fields away in the forest. We looked at each other stunned. We were in shock, actually. Nobody within miles. We sort of debated it being an echo, but both said, an echo 15 minutes later? Anyways, it didn't happen again, even though we sat in silence, stunned and still listening. Well, about 15 minutes later, we heard a loud, scary grunt that sounded about maybe 15 or actually maybe 20 feet away. It made us stand up immediately in shock, stood there for about 15 seconds and heard what sounded like branches breaking, then another low, menacing growling that seemed to be coming toward us. Well, not even thinking of the truck, 2 grown 40-year-old men start running as fast as we can towards the Boy Scout camp, scared out of our wits. We had stopped, tuckered out, and out of breath for a moment and didn't hear anything and sort of laughed at our reaction and fright. But then we heard branches break again and started running to the Boy Scout camp again. We sort of both felt like scared fool children at our frightened reaction. There were some adults still around the Boy Scout camp outside, and they were wondering why we were out of breath. Felt really odd trying to explain it all. They laughed at our attempt to scare the camp and us being fools, basically. Said they didn't hear anything, but could tell we were stunned. They said we were just freaked ourselves out. We just freaked ourselves out. Well, Lon says, absolutely not. We didn't even care about the sounds. I played on the tape in the first place, and we're long over it until we heard the same screams off in the distance twice yelled back at us. The grunt growl nearby my camp was enough to get us running. No way, excuse me, was it a bear or anything like that I had ever heard before in my life. Sounded like a monster. The scream across the valley we heard twice 15 minutes prior didn't faze us because it was off in the distance, and we stayed seated just trying to make out what we heard in disbelief. So he says, anyways, that was probably his Bigfoot encounter.
Yeah.
So that's a crazy story. And when I posted some other videos, I get other people that'll send stuff to me like crazy.
That. I mean, that would freak me out. It would.
Yeah, that would freak me out too.
Yeah.
So
don't blame you.
So Tom said, Kia-Belle said she'd been home and no, right here. I thought I heard a Bigfoot the other day. Then I realized I was a woodpecker in the tree in front of here. Okay, Andy. And Kia-Belle said I would have been home 2 minutes.
No. I'm like, that's what I thought was intriguing about that is like, then they think about it in hindsight, but he's like, my truck was right there, but we were running to the camp. So they ran a mile to the camp. But that's your instinct. It's like, yeah, your truck is there, but you want to get to people. Like your instinct is, I need to find people to help me or whatever. So,
all right, hand me Heaven's Door.
Oh, this is one hopefully I'm gonna like.
Penelope. So you're gonna vote
this, but
we tried this. This stuff's amazing. Except Keno shot it.
Yeah.
Like Malort. So y'all vote. Penelope or Bob Dylan's Heaven's Door. Tell me which one you want us to try next. Kissy Kat says, I haven't. Oh, no. Bill says, Kissy Kat, I have not found anyone to take it off my hands. I'm missing that conversation.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Tom says, I'm knocking.
Good night, Andy.
Michael Ford. Good night, Andy. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, we love you. Tell Simone good night in the morning, as usual. Peace.
And so we got Heaven's Door. We got 2 for Heaven's Door, 1 for Penelope, 2 for Penelope, 3 for Heaven's Door. So Kevin, Vegas Visual broke that tie. So we're going to try Heaven's Door first. Then we'll do. Yep. And we'll be, hey guys, we got some epic adventures coming up with Andy in Maine in August.
We love you too.
That's
Andy.
going to be a lot of fun. Yes, we love Andy.
Can't wait.
I
cannot wait to see that beautiful coast and
he's
state.
I don't know if he's still on here, but he's had a rough time with this round of chemo. Mm-hmm. And guys, don't forget, you can still, I mean, he still needs money, so you can go to the GoFundMe page and because those bills are
anybody can drop up. That link.
And Bill Coleman knows
if you don't mind. Just so people are aware that you still can.
This smells kind of like Breckenridge. It really does. But it smells a little nuttier, like I don't know.
I've got one right
here. All right. We got the bottles pouring up.
That's cool. Kissy Kat said, music whiskey. That's cool.
Bill says, darn, I lost again. But we love you, Andy. Music whiskey, that's cool. Bob Dylan. Now they say, you know, this is a Bob Dylan actually tastes this. He's kind of like a distiller in a way. I mean, he's not the actual main guy, I'm sure, but he has a lot of say in this bottle, and he knows what he's doing. So that, I think that's pretty cool. Of course, Bob Dylan knows a lot about just about everything, but you talking about it. There's a bottle, Kevin, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? That's a cool bottle.
Yeah. Tom said, so Walt brought 14 bottles of booze to Keno's wedding. How much will make it to, that's mine. How much will make it to Granny Fest in Rocktober? We're going to have to pack the whole back of the Forerunner. We just keep picking bottles up on the way.
I'm not bringing that much this time because I'd rather buy a bottle out there. I mean, there was so much. I mean, that was hard carrying up to the room.
It was. Thank you, Kia-Belle. Everybody, Kia-Belle dropped that link for Andy's GoFundMe. So if you can, don't forget about that. He certainly would appreciate it.
Yeah, we need to bring the whole chef, don't we? We could just have everybody come to Virginia, and then I won't have to carry it so far.
We could have a backyard barbecue. Now, Jared would have to come so he could do the barbecue, and we'd line up the whiskey.
Guys, it's the first time I've ever tried Heaven's Door, so we got a little
spicy.
Now, yeah, it's gonna be spicy and it's gonna be hot. The proof on this is 121 proof. So that means it's 60.5% alcohol.
Kissy Kat, so you need a wagon with wheels.
Now, see that little, I don't know if y'all can see that, but you can see the oil on this.
Yes, Bill.
Swirling up.
Mr. Uber is going through the same thing. And I believe he has an account that you can donate to too. And if someone, thank you, Kia-Belle. She just dropped that. So, yeah, I'll remember him as well.
Yes, for sure. For sure. It's tough. So, Tina, what do you think of smelling this Heaven's Door?
I think it smells really like just, I get a lot of spice.
I do too. It's like all the baking spices
Yeah.
and but the one thing I don't like the nuttiness, which I'm smelling. I'm not a big,
I don't mind that, but I'm
yeah,
not.
I don't really
I
like
don't
that
know
as
that
much.
I
And that's
can
like,
smell that.
so let's see if it tastes. Wow. That's good. That's good. Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very caramely, very vanilla.
It's like, whew, it
I
hits
don't
me.
I don't taste the nuttiness when
It hits me through the, like, real in the front and then
at the very end. Yes. I
through
even
the
felt
nasal.
like I could
It
feel that ether
it
come
does
up in the
this.
back. Yeah.
It
It's
doesn't
100.
really like burn or
Mm-mm.
anything here, but I can feel
Mhm.
it all in the initial tasting and smelling, or when it comes up. So
Very, very sweet and caramely, but then
Kia-Belle is
that is
requesting
so
that one
funny.
for Granny Fest.
That is like that is. I mean, you're exactly right. That is coming up in my nose with the ethanol at 121 proof, but it's drink smooth.
Because
That's really good. A lot of oak, but a lot of heat from the ethanol, but it is good. Wow. Oh, we should have graded these. I would say I would give the Malort
we didn't grade tonight.
somewhere between a 0 and 10. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give Malort a 2, only because I couldn't imagine anything being worse than if there's a 1, maybe there is a 1. I don't know, but I gotta leave a 1 there just in case.
Right.
The Gentleman Jack, I'm gonna give that a 70, 72.
I'm gonna say I was pretty
And that's
smooth
like
for me.
that's a good score. 72. It's good. What did you say?
For me, that was pretty smooth. So I'm gonna give that. I give that like a 90.
Gentleman Jack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now Tina.
Now Walter. Yeah,
So,
I thought it was pretty good.
A 90 is like you're getting. That means that's one of the best whiskeys you've ever had.
It was pretty good.
Now you're rating it because you love Paul and Dale.
Well, there is some love there.
They do get us good push for that.
Yeah.
We do love them for sure. But I give it a 70, and the Breckenridge, I'm going to give that a 83, which is that's a good, very good whiskey.
I give that like an 85.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what
this
else?
Smells
and
good,
this, I'm giving this the Heaven's Door. I'm going to give it like I'm going to give it an 85. It's good. It's not the best, but it is good. It's good. It's good whiskey.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's a single barrel.
I'm gonna give it like a 88.
Now what you see here,
88.
It's a single barrel. That means, and you guys that's been on my channel before knows that means that it is from one barrel. They might get 200 bottles, and they sent this to MC's liquor store.
Oh,
so the guys from MC's liquor store picked that barrel out. What's that, Tina?
Anthony said he guess he knows what's next. So Kevin said, if you opened a bar, what would be the name and the decor?
Oh my gosh.
He got some good questions.
He does have some good questions. If you opened a bar, obviously it'd have to be
I like the decor. We want to like decorate with whiskey barrels and stuff. I love that.
Well, I like I like the American West, so and I would love like oak barrels. Um, and I think the name of the bar would be the Old Frontiersman or the Old Frontier. You got the Pioneer Saloon,
Yeah.
something
The
like
Old
that.
Frontier.
The Old
I like
Frontier,
that.
and have like you got to have leather and wood.
Yeah.
A lot of wood, a lot of leather,
a lot of whiskey barrels and whiskey staves and
a lot of cool
whiskey bottles.
art. So.
I would have like old whiskey bottles as like lighting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I need Kissy Kat's help with that because like she's crafty and good with decor.
Yeah, she's always in charge of the props during our
That's
videos.
right.
Lon says the best bar I ever went in Vegas was the Jam Birdie Bar that used to be at the Benihana inside the old Las Vegas Hilton. All the singing birds and waterfalls. It was amazing. Shame they got rid of it. Oh, that does sound pretty cool.
Interesting.
Does sound cool.
What is Tom's? My bar's name is what?
Ooh, Barrels for Tables.
What
there
did
you
Tom
go.
say?
Tom. My bar's name is Deputes, Michigan. Is that your favorite bar? And
there you go.
Here you go.
Leather couches and barrels for tables.
That's funny that you mentioned the saddles as bar seats.
Yeah.
What came to my mind is if you've seen the Deadwood video, and at the end Tina's sitting in the the seats with the women's butt is the stools.
Those were the funniest things.
Those are the funniest thing. And you just for any reason, just go to Deadwood
yes, Kissy Kat.
video and watch that. That's
that
hilarious.
Pretty silver tin. Yep. Those are some of the
the
most favorite of Walt's are those bars that are out west in Tombstone and Pioche and places like that.
Yeah.
Been lucky enough to visit some of those, which
let's try
we really like it.
Penelope now. Cleanse the palate. That Penelope's already.
Sneaky Vegas Sunrise said.
What'd he say?
He's waiting on that.
What?
The bourbon.
Oh my God.
That I really
Look
like
here.
that.
Look who's here. Ashley Slots.
Well, hey Ashley, thank you for coming in. Good to see you.
Hey guys.
Hey Terry Meyer.
There's a few people on here that are trying to get to 1,000. Is Kia-Belle got to 1,000 yet?
No.
We got to get her there.
Yes.
We got to get Ashley Slots there.
Who else? Seeking Vegas Sunrise. We got to get them there.
I can't believe they're not.
I can't either.
1,000. They're very
Vegas
close.
Visual.
Over 800. Vegas Visual.
Got to get him.
How can he not have 1,000? So
who else? Kissy Kat. Got to get her there.
So if anybody's watching, I know pretty much in this community everybody supports everybody else, but Ashley hasn't been in the community too long, but we're getting her in here. And Tina and I got to meet her and Jason at the Tropicana, and
it was so nice meeting them and hanging out for a little while.
Really cool.
So anybody in here, give her some love. Subscribe to her channel.
Yeah, I agree. Vegas Visual, he'll pass us all up pretty soon, I'm sure. So. And Vegas Visual, that was really cool. That Alan's interview was really good. I like that. Yeah, that was good. Alan he's so good.
He's great.
He does. I can't get this off. Okay, there we go.
Kissy Kat, she's so sweet. She's like, I only wanted 20 people. Now look.
And we want Kissy Kat.
That's right.
How many does she have now?
How many do you have, Kissy Kat? I want to say, like 400, maybe Something like that.
She's getting up there too, and that's awesome. So, all right. So we set. I don't even want to try this. This
is purely for you, Anthony.
Caliph Girl.
Caliph
101.
Girl. Hey, welcome in, Caliph Girl.
Yeah. We even had. Then this is. You can tell it's a quality whiskey when you can just screw the top off. No cork. It actually smells good. Smell this.
With it being bourbon, it's got a. Yeah. Now that don't smell nowhere near like.
No.
The
and actually,
Malort liqueur.
I was reading this, and it says it's aged at least 4 years. So,
Anthony said it's for the good of mankind. We're doing it for mankind, then, Anthony.
So then we'll try Penelope. But here's the thing about the Jeffersons. That's a Chicago distillery.
It's so funny because we were up in Chicago last weekend.
You couldn't find
to see our daughter, and we were in a bar pub called Haymarket, and they had it on the whiskey shelf. Remember?
Scott says I can get that at my local, so hope it is good. Don't keep your hopes up.
Yeah, Scott. Don't.
It does smell pretty good. I mean, I do smell caramel and a little bit of oak.
Yeah, it
and
actually
vanilla.
smells like
actually
bourbon.
Let me look at the proof on this.
Thank you, Kia-Belle.
Let's see. It's 50% alcohol, so 100 proof. It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskey aged a minimum of 4 years. We don't know what it's aged in, but it has to be bourbon. It has to be oak barrels if it's a bourbon. So.
Well, Paula and Dale, if you're still here, here's some more Malort. But
no, this is Jefferson's. Malort is a liqueur, but the Jefferson's is a bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
A blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, minimum of 4 years. Doesn't smell too bad on the nose.
That's not too bad. Not too bad. It's actually fairly smooth. I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah. For 100 proof, it's got this weird,
I don't know,
aftertaste in the back of my tongue that it's there. It's very bitter. I don't know what that is. It starts off kind of smooth, and then is Walt Malort drunk yet? That'll never happen. God, can you imagine how
we just
sick
tried
you would be?
The Jefferson's bourbon. We just took our first sip of that, and it's not too bad, actually. I don't mind it.
It's bad.
I don't mind it.
She doesn't mind anything. That I'll give this. This is not.
Thanks, Ashley. She likes your shirt.
Oh yeah, which I meant to talk about this, guys. This shirt.
Evan Williams, California Girl.
You can go into the description, and they're supporting my channel, so I can be. If you order off the link in my description, I will get a little bit back. But these are they're comfortable shirts. And they're already pre-shrunk.
They're cool.
We've washed them.
Yeah.
They did not shrink.
It's the best material.
They're just so nice. You can get
t-shirts like that.
And they also make the basic men's t-shirts. So like I got a black and a gray and stuff that I can wear underneath other shirts that are so comfortable. I mean, I feel like I'm in shape when I put them on, and I'm not. I just feel good.
Anthony asked if you were mad really cool. Because it's good.
It is. I'm not mad because it's good, because it's not good. But I will give it.
It's not bad.
It's a solid 30. It's a solid 30. And what I was going to say for Tina, now Tina, don't interrupt me this time. What I was going to say is like just Jim Beam, Evan Williams, Wild Turkey, and Jack Daniels are all in this price range, which are much better. So
it's pretty good.
It is 100 proof, so you could mix it up with something like put a lot of Coke, Diet Coke in there, and it's probably not bad. So, I mean, is it worth a try?
Your shirts are good too.
And the thing is, I love Anthony for giving me that. That's pretty cool. But I'm always going to be honest. Tina's going to give everybody 20, 30 more points than it really deserves because she's so nice.
I am nice. I'm a nice whiskey drinker.
She is. But I'm going to tell you what I think about.
Ashley likes my shirt. Tombstone.
Yes.
What is it? Too Tough to Die.
Yeah, she looks good in that. Especially I've had a few whiskey, so she's looking better.
I was privileged to finally get to visit there on our last trip out Vegas. To Vegas, I rode back with Walt, and we got to visit Tombstone. So that was my first trip there.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun.
I got to tell Scott something. Scott, just get Jim Beam. Get Evan Williams, please.
One final question from Kevin.
All right.
To complete the interview, what would be the title of your autobiography?
Lord. That's pretty simple. I coached basketball for 25 years. And after that, I became an administrator. And basically, it's pretty simple. My philosophy of life, coaching, being an administrator is this. You get what you tolerate. If you tolerate people burning down the cities, you're going to get more of it. If I tolerate my point guard dribbling down the middle of the court 100 miles an hour and turning it over, and I don't say anything to him, guess what? He's going to continue to do it. And if I tolerate kids misbehaving in the school, then they're going to continue to do it. So I don't know if that's what you wanted to hear, Kevin, but that's it. You get what you tolerate. That's what Tina will tell you, I'm probably my worst critic. When I put a video up, I'm always like, man, this is just, I'm wanting it to be better. I want to do this. I always go back, man, I should have done this. But that's how I've learned. And I've also learned by watching, some really good people that create stuff like Alan and Dale McKenzie and those people. And there's so many more. I don't want to leave anybody out. There's so many more that are really, really good. And so I try to emulate them, because if I just put something crappy up and I just keep putting something crappy up, then that's what I'm going to get.
Christina said your autobiography would be called Now Tina. It's the truth. It's the truth, Christina. Oh my God.
Oh, Scott says Old Forester. Oh yes. Hey Scott, that Old Forester's probably my favorite. Good. Besides, Buffalo Trace. Like, I've got lots of Old Forester. This one right here, this 1910. That's a really good.
Probably my three favorites would be Old Forester, and they have so many choices. Maker's Mark, which has so many choices of different kinds. And then Buffalo Trace. So those are probably my top three, and different ones, like I said, of Maker's Mark and Old Forester, because there's so many to choose from.
And this I bought in Las Vegas. Old Forester single barrel, which is so hard to find. I could not believe that I found this bottle, and it was one bottle, and it was only like $40 some.
Yeah.
I could not
I think
believe I
so.
got that. And actually, it's so good, and we still got to do Penelope. But did you hear
Kissy
that?
Kat said she substituted.
Did you hear that?
I heard it. America.
That's ADHD whiskey.
I'm sorry,
the
that's
best.
another channel we watch.
He's awesome.
He is very funny.
Yeah, if you guys have never seen ADHD whiskey, this dude is amazing. He will crack you up.
Oh,
but he knows his stuff.
Bud has 829.
What?
Thank you for coming in. I just saw that. Bud has 829.
Nice. Seen the Old Forester bottles at a time. No, it's like I haven't been the Atomic Liquors in so long. Do you want this or not?
Yeah, I want to try that.
I haven't rated this. This is an Old Forester single barrel, which is an amazing, hard thing to find. Yeah, Scott, ADHD. He is funny, but
Scott watches him.
He's probably he's
hilarious.
he's the guru. Him and the Bourbon Junkies are two of my favorites.
Yeah.
What's Kissy Kat saying? Because Ashley says that's the truth, Kissy Kat. I don't know what they're talking about. I missed that conversation. Oh my gosh. This, you know what this smells like? This smells like caramel, with some like graham crackers, caramel, I mean, it's just like,
Scott said they have an old bottle of Old Forester on the shelf at Atomic Liquors.
Yeah, I just had that up here. So you weren't paying attention.
Oh, sorry.
And gosh, this is rum from Key West.
Did you see Kissy Kat? Her book, she's going to write a book, or her autobiography, I guess, is going to be called "It Only Takes One A-Hole to Ruin Your Day."
Tom, this stuff is one of the best smelling. I haven't tasted it yet, but it's one of the best smelling bottles ever. I'm gonna taste it right now. Wow, that's what I like about this. It's good, long finish. You get sweet oakiness.
Mm-hmm. And I get no sting on the front.
My God. No, it's just
because a lot of whiskeys for me, they're just so strong on the front.
It's 100 proof.
But that's a good sipper. I could definitely sip that. Walt would definitely agree when he was stuck in Dallas traffic.
That is so good.
Yes, Kissy Kat, you are correct. That traffic was insane. Of course, I know you deal with that all the time.
That's a 92. That's a 92.
I'm not.
Now, there's other Old Foresters that are really, 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 really good. I haven't rated all of them, but that's a 92.
Tom, he's like, I'm not pulling your finger to find out what it smells like, Walt.
What did yes.
Oh, thank you, Bill. Thank you so much for everything. And
yes, Bill.
I can't wait to try our picks that we got.
We'll be doing those soon.
That you provided.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
thank you very much.
Thanks for the donation, Bill, through the Cash App. That was very nice.
Oh yes,
Appreciate
California girl. Wild Turkey 101 is
Mm-hmm. That's good.
it doesn't like her, but she likes it.
California girl, if you like Wild Turkey 101.
Good night, Lon. Or Bill.
We had one of these up at
not Lon.
That Duder finished off in the room. There was a single barrel of Russell's Reserve. So California girl, if you ever see this, a single barrel Russell's Reserve. This is from Wild Turkey Distillery. Jimmy Russell's the master distiller, him and his son, Eddie. That stuff is amazing.
Yeah, that's probably another one of my favorites.
That's
I was
definitely
say.
One of my favorites.
I have so many favorites. Let's see.
No whiskey or alcohol you get here if you use charcoal tabs. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Is Ashley leaving too? Oh no, he's just saying goodnight to different ones. Hope you have a great night, Bill.
After the
Kia-Belle
stream,
forgot to go to Buc-ee's, but she's not leaving the house tonight. I don't blame you.
After this stream, let's text Nick.
Huh? Oh, because Tom, because the other night we were talking in Michelle's live stream, that Nick was doing a live stream before her. This is the way Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who asked him. Somebody asked him a question and was going to message him or whatever. And so he started giving his phone number out on his live stream. And they were all
I remember you telling me
him about it. And Tom, so I said in her live stream, I said, so everybody must have been watching that. And I was like, I must be the only one without Nick's number because I didn't watch his live stream. So Tom
put it on there.
He sent me his number. I was like, that is hilarious, Tom. Oh my gosh. That was my laugh for the week. And I needed it
my
too.
grandmother had the china with the wild turkey on them. Makes me laugh. And I know. That reminds me of the old Jeff Foxworthy thing. If somebody broke the Elvis decanter. We can't have anything nice.
Oh my gosh, it's getting crazy, y'all. We are getting a little crazy now.
And she said something about Buc-ee's. I had a sale from Buc-ee's tonight.
It is awesome, Ashley and Kia-Belle.
What is a sale?
Wait.
The banana pudding is good.
Hand me, my little Buc-ee. I want to show them. Buc-ee's is awesome.
I'm leaving Buc-ee's.
Granny. Buc-ee's is awesome. And look who I adopted at Buc-ee's. If y'all saw that video. And he's got all of his like little gambling bracelets on. See?
Oh, she had salad and banana pudding, not a sale. I thought maybe she's working at Buc-ee's.
See? Little Buc-ee's. I know Kia-Belle has one too. She adopted a Buc-ee as well.
Yes, she does.
Oh, she said I have one too.
He is super cute. He is.
He's a good boy.
I threw him out the window on the way because he talked too damn much.
He did not.
He's getting on my nerves.
He did not. He's ready to gamble. Who's ready to gamble? Got his gambling bracelets on.
Buc-ee's pays $16 an hour. I think I'll come down there.
Oh,
for
wow.
That.
That's all right.
Good. So, anyway, we need some more questions because I really didn't have anything planned. I knew I was gonna.
Vegas Visual kept us going tonight with
had
all
some
his
good
questions.
We had
Well,
several
everybody
people
did,
had
actually.
good questions. Yeah, so that was awesome.
Michael has a good question. Are there Buc-ee's all over the U.S.? Not yet.
No,
I'm hoping they're making their way.
They started off. They were only in Texas.
Yeah.
Because everything's bigger in Texas and better in Texas, and that's why Kissy Kat moved down there. She's better. Just moved to Texas.
Right.
Probably lived there. But anyway, now they're in Georgia, Florida. There's going to be one in Tennessee.
Yes,
I think there's one in Alabama.
Because she's a Gatlinburg fan.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one going to be pretty close to the Gatlinburg Sevierville exit, which is going to be the closest one to us.
Yeah, but she could. I don't know. She'll probably pass it when she comes up from Atlanta.
Yeah, coming up that way. It's not on our way to it. We'd have to actually go past the exit, but they're building it.
Kissy Kat says, "Tell us about the house and the ghost." Are you talking about?
Oh, she's talking about here. She's talking about.
Oh, here, yes.
So
yes,
this was my mother's house,
mm-hmm.
and she passed away about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, it was my grandma Jean's house, so her mother. And anyway, I don't know that it's necessarily like spookily haunted,
Mm-hmm.
but there has definitely been some kind of noises and feelings and
I'll tell you what.
Shadows.
I'll tell you.
But I've never I'll finish this and you can tell, but
mm-hmm.
I've never had like anything uneasy. It's almost like because I know it's them.
Yeah.
That's if there's anything at all, I know it's them. And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, first I'll talk about the house that we were in. There was a brand new house. But Tina and I had taken a trip. This was in Salem, Virginia, where we live. But Tina and I had taken a trip up to, and Ashley Slots might know this place. It's Bobby Mackey's in Wilder, Kentucky, which is right across the river from Cincinnati. And Bobby Mackey's was featured on the Ghost Adventures as a very haunted, demonic, possession kind of place. All right. So we went up there. I'd been up there a couple of times. We went up there and we did the tour. What's that,
Kevin? He said the house is haunted with some bad experiences with drinks, trying different.
Yeah.
Malort would be one bad experience.
Malort, yes, it would. Yes, for sure. So we had gone on the tour of Bobby Mackey's, the underground, where if you watch Ghost Adventures, there's a hole down there, and Zach Bagans says, if this is the portal of hell, and we went through there. We came home. We didn't feel anything, didn't see anything. It was cold. The only thing we felt was cold. It was 13 degrees. It was freezing.
Oh, it's awful. I'm like, what are we doing down here?
Yeah. So, but we get home, and about a week after I got home, I'd be sitting watching TV, and all of a sudden I'd see this like shadow figure, just go running across the floor or something.
Yeah, it was weird.
And I was like, man, what's going on? So I did that for about 2 weeks, and I kept seeing it for a while. And then one day I was sitting there I was on one end of the couch, Tina's on the other, and I didn't want to say anything before, but I said something to Tina at this time. I said, Tina, did you just see that? Because the thing went right across the floor. And she goes,
yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I've been seeing these things for a while. And so it was crazy. So what we did, we just started praying.
Yeah. But I've not seen that in this house.
No.
It's been more like you can kind of a couple of times.
Well, let me tell you, it's like one time I was doing the dishes, which is rare. And I was doing the dishes and I felt somebody move up beside of me. You know how you feel like you're doing this and you feel like somebody just walked up beside you. So I look over and I think Tina's coming up, so I'm looking over, but nobody's there.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, maybe she's over here. So I went over here, and when I did, I looked through, and there's like a short little hallway goes this way, and I saw like something move to the doorway. That freaked me out. It wasn't like it was like Tina was saying, it wasn't like evil or didn't feel bad. It just
felt a presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Kissy Kat said, what about the basement? Well, what about the basement?
I don't know.
She wants to know, is our basement haunted?
Oh, I don't think. Well,
but no, it's like the same feeling. Yeah. So,
yeah, I haven't had any real. Have you had experience down there?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
But Bob, who lives down there, he said he's seen some.
He's my stepdad,
lights.
And he actually lives in our basement, so it's kind of set up like for living quarters for him. So nothing really happens down there. We don't spend a whole lot of time down there, but up here in the house,
yeah. And then there's every once in a while I'll see like just something move. Like I'll be sitting on the couch in there, and I look towards this way, towards the studio, and I'll see what seems like somebody's moving through or something.
Kissy Kat said at El Cortez she felt like somebody was standing behind her. We're staying there too, Kia-Belle. Kia-Belle's staying there in October. So are we.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
You know, it's got a history, so that possibly could be.
Yeah, that's crazy. She says, I pray pretty late and I'm always turning around. Yeah.
That's funny.
She said, I bet Tropicana is probably, that place is kind of.
Yeah.
And, you know, also they say, like in Bally's, people will see, because, you know, there was a fire that killed, I forget how many people, 100 people or something in Bally's that was before Bally's. I forget what it was. And they'll see people playing like at a table, but then they keep walking and they're not there. That's weird.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. So.
Oh gosh.
What's that?
She said, last 2 times it was wicked. Then she hears creaking in our room on the 11th floor.
I think I'll go stay at the Cabana.
The Cabana Suites were not haunted, right?
No, the Cabana Suites were haunted by hookers.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I was playing slots and I was approached a couple of times by hookers, like, you want to go to a room? I'm staying at the Cabana. I'm like, and they'd show you the wristband. I'm like, no, I think I'm good right now. Thank you. And
cool.
Kissy Kat called Gigi's.
Kevin says Tropicana has the oldest rooms on the strip, 1957.
Wow.
The 3-story bungalow rooms are original.
Cool. Oh, wow.
That is cool.
Wow.
That's very vintage. Cool. Kissy Kat would like that.
Yeah, that is vintage. Kevin, do you remember what the Valleys was called when it had the fire? Was it the MGM Grand then?
I think it was.
Yeah, there was lots of hookers in El Cortez. I shouldn't say a lot. There were several.
I think they've been following PJ around all week. He's
I'm-
there this week. I think they're following him around.
That's what I heard too, Ashley, that the A's were going to be there, but now I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know what's
I
going to
know,
happen.
like they've not really said any more about that, have they? Or has anyone heard an update on that?
Yeah. The Golden
Kevin
Gate is
probably
old.
knows.
I started to stay there, but
MGM
I didn't.
when the fire happened, he said.
Was it MGM?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's bad. Crazy stuff.
Tom lives in
Yeah,
you live in
everyone.
Oakland, Tom? He said everyone is leaving Oakland.
I know,
That's what we hear about California. It is sad. It's like one of the most beautiful states.
Ever since Vita Blue
And
retired, they're all leaving. Y'all don't know who Vita Blue is, I'm sure. Great pitcher for the Oakland A's. Vita
Golden
Blue.
Gate is old. Gotta be Paul saw one.
How about the drink lady in New York, New York? Which one was this?
When we were there with Ashley and
yeah.
Jason?
Yeah.
Oh, was there a hooker? I don't remember.
I know.
I don't remember, probably, because they hang out in there a lot.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, one time Tina and I had gone to the restroom, and Tina did too. So I came out, and the women's restroom was down the hallway. So I was sitting there waiting on Tina to come out, and some girl come up and said, "You want to go out into the parking lot?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." I was like, what? I was like, "Are you going to go get mugged or something?"
Like, sure, whatever.
Golden Gate's the oldest, 1906.
Oh, so he's from Oakland, but you don't live there now, do you, Tom? Where do you live now?
Yep. Tom knows the Vita Blue. No,
Bud
she's
has
being rude to the
829.
game. Oh, yes, I remember. Remember that lady that was like the older lady in New York? And she was just like blessing people out. Like, you remember that? I remember, Ashley, I remember. I know exactly what you're talking about. She was like hateful. And we were like, geez, So, yeah, I remember her.
Oh. Bud has 829. Talk about an experience he had with this. To read that.
What is this one?
He said, my wife was in the shower one day. She was constantly yelling to me, what did I want? I asked her what she was yelling about. She said she was answering me, but I wasn't calling her. Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Buddha's 829.
Golden Gate, Kevin says, is the oldest. 1906. There was a tent hotel that opened in 1905 that was torn down once hotels started propping up. Cool.
I'm not doing any part of a seance because I did one when I was young.
Seance at Golden Gate would be crazy scary. Oh my gosh. Is that happening? Are we doing that in October?
What? A seance?
Kissy Kat's organizing that.
Yeah, she said, yeah, this is what the lady, the cocktail lady says.
Can put something together.
I'll get to you when I get to you. You haven't been here, she said. I mean, yeah, she was like,
oh, yeah.
She was hateful. I was like,
yes.
You don't have to cuss people out. I was a kid in the early 90s, and my grandmother and I were passing through Vegas, and we stopped at Circus. Of course, I was 13. My grandma played some slots while I sat in the small lounge. Oh, that was cool.
That's
I mean,
cool.
My first visit to Las Vegas was in 1982, and we stayed at Circus. And it was the night Jerry Cooney was fighting Larry Holmes. I remember that. And man, it was like it was buzzing, but that was a really, really I thought it was a cool place. 1982. They had like circus acts going on in there.
Yeah, that
and
was kind of basically when it
it's
was
cool.
sort of kind of new, right?
I don't know if it's new, but
Yeah, I don't either. Golden Gate
yeah.
says that they have 10 original rooms from
Mhm.
1906, but some are actually 2 combined.
Yeah.
1906 room. They're still tiny.
Yeah. I actually booked one of those rooms, but they were on the front of the casino, so towards the Fremont Street. So I was like, just put me in the back.
Tom says, Kissy Kat said, you were guarding whiskey from the ghost at Old Cortez. Tom said, do you mean Duder? That's good, Tom. Oh.
Duder took the rest of that
Russell's
and chugged it on down, didn't he?
Yep.
We better try Penelope.
Yeah, we got to try this one real quick, guys, and then we're gonna.
No, I'm staying till like
head out because
midnight. Tina can stop.
This is it for me, guys. I need a glass. Is there another glass you can reach?
Yeah, you get a Bigfoot glass.
Just a little. That's quite enough. Because I've already tried this. Yeah, we tried this with KenoKid and Candy and Keno's mom and stepdad. They came by our room in Four Queens, and so we had a little bit of this.
People were smaller back in the day. The hallways are so tiny. Yeah, they were tiny. I remember walking through there.
So weird.
He said that was supposed to be some for Keno, and he just drank the whole thing. Keno would have just chugged it anyway. My 21st birthday, my mom and grandpa took me up to Whiskey Pete's in Prim. Oh, I've been to Whiskey Pete's. That's a cool place. That's where the Bonnie and Clyde car is.
Yeah, I've been there.
Kevin, have you ever been down to Prim and seen the Bonnie and Clyde car?
Who did you ask that?
Kevin, or anybody.
And Tom, have you been there, Tom? Or anybody? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tropicana. I mean, but it's still cool. It's just old.
There's a lot of spice in Penelope.
That smells good.
A lot of spice.
Oh wow.
Kids there.
That's a single barrel too.
They recently lent the cars to a museum in SoCal, but they should be back now.
A lot of heat.
Oh, they did. They rented loaned the car out for another museum.
Did they?
Kevin said, but they should be back now.
Oh, okay. And that is pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. The original car.
Yeah, it is.
The guy they used to tour it around, and I guess Whiskey Pete bought it or something. Have you seen the Rams at Boulder City? I have not.
No,
I have not.
We've been up there. I got to go one time with him.
And we didn't go to Hemingway Park.
No, we didn't go. When we went, there just happened to be. It was like last June when we went. There just happened to be like a little summer festival going on.
It was like
where
the
they
first
had different
festival
vendors
ever that we'd ever seen in since the pandemic.
Yeah,
it was so cool.
And so we just browsed around there and spent a little bit of time there and went back. I think we were headed out of town, weren't we? On our way out. I can't remember if we went back to Vegas after that, but Anyway, we want to see those though. I really like Boulder City. I think it's such a pretty place.
Yeah. So, yeah, no mask now, thank goodness.
How about that? Really? Boulder City is one of 2 places
Yep.
that gambling is illegal.
Right. Yeah, there's no
I did not know that.
yeah, the Boulder Dam is actually must be in Las Vegas, Clark County or something. Yeah, so we've said we wanted to live in Boulder City too. It is beautiful. All right, White Castles tonight for Ashley. Can't beat that.
Good job.
Can't beat White Castles. Somebody told me that the reason White Castles are better out east is because they use actual Angus beef, but in the out west they don't. I don't know if that's true. And
Yeah,
California
I
Girl says it's been a long time since I've been back to a casino, and that was with my uncle. We went to Harris. Okay, cool. I've been to Harris Cherokee Casino. Do you, California Girl, do you live over this way now? Over in the east?
I don't think she lives in California.
That was back in 2007.
Oh, that's cool. We go to Gatlinburg and the Great
Me
Smokies
too.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we visit the Harris Cherokee at Cherokee a lot. Quite often.
Whew. There is a lot of heat in this Penelope. What is the proof?
It's not my favorite.
It's 115 proof. That's probably why. It's a lot of heat. That's a lot of heat. I would give it a good 83.
Nope. No, I give that a 75. I'm not a fan of Penelope.
Cali Girls in Tennessee. Cool. Oh, there she is. She says, I'm in
Camp Creek,
Tennessee. That's awesome.
Oh, how about
About
that?
2 hours or so from Cherokee. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we go to Gatlinburg a lot, California Girls.
Mhm.
So
We do. Kia-Belle
maybe we'll
goes
see you
there
sometime.
once or twice a year too.
Yeah. And if I can get a cabin, I told Ashley her and Jason could come down. I love Siamese cats. I had a Siamese cat that was great growing up. Well, guys, we're going to end this now.
Do you guys have any more questions?
Yeah, but if you have any other questions,
comments,
that'd be cool.
Bugsy.
Bugsy. Oh,
I love it.
That is a great
Love it.
name for a cat. Bugsy.
Yeah.
So cool.
That is awesome.
Kissy Kat profile pic.
Thank you guys all for joining us tonight.
Yes.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you commenting and engaging and all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really do. Oh, wait, you got to show this.
Tom. Oh, yeah, Tom. Here's Tom's gift that he got us.
Yes. Sorry about that, Tom. We meant to
that is cool.
Show that earlier. Thank you for that.
Tom's
for
the
our
man.
mini whiskeys.
Yes.
We'll be sipping some out of that.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
Get a cabin for the East
Thanks,
Coasters.
Scott.
That would be fun. That would be fun, Kia. We should get a cabin. And we'll just have which reminds me, Kia, you know how they have the VCC, the Vegas content creators, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're going to start the Atlantic Coast content creators. So
The ACC.
ACCC. The ACCC. So it'd be like me and you and Andy Goodspeed. And who else is over here? Ashley. She can be.
Yeah.
We can count her in. She could be in our group.
Yep.
And
then Random Gene wants to know when your next trip to Vegas is.
Our next trip to Vegas. And Scott said he had so much fun. Thank you, Scott,
for coming in. Appreciate that.
The July. So in July, I've got the documentary that I'm going to be trying to...
The Midlife Ride. Yeah.
Film. Yeah, the Midlife Ride. I'll be trying to film in California.
That's true, Kevin.
And so when that's done, then I'll be coming back to Vegas. So I don't want to give the dates because there are trolls that will try to follow you and harass you. But I'll give the dates a little bit later so people can't get prepared. But
yeah,
it'll be in July, and we're going to stay about 4 or 5 days. So, yep. And then I guess after July, the next thing, then in August, we go see Andy Goodspeed. And then October, we're going to be in Las Vegas again.
Yep. We go to Maine in August.
Yeah.
And then back in Vegas again.
Kissy Kat, y'all are the coolest mountain people. She talking about me. I'm a hillbilly. Hillbilly and proud of it. Kia says she'll be there. Yeah, if we can get a...
Kevin said, bring your winter coat for July. Probably to California. Because where you're going, it can get cold.
It will at night, yeah.
Yep.
It will at night. But it'll be warm during the day, but yeah. The whole shelf and behind him.
We're going to start packing it up now, Tom, just to be prepared.
Yeah. So what we'll do is got to figure out sometime, maybe September, we can rent a cottage in Gatlinburg and or that's about the only time we could do it. Like
I know
3 or 4 days or something. We'll see. Kia's she's rich, so we'll just let her pay for it.
I think she goes in August. But we might have to make a special trip back for September.
You are always classy, Walt. I'm a classy hillbilly. Thank you.
Thank you again, Kissy Kat, for the whiskey stones.
These things are they're
awesome.
Still a little cool.
Oh,
They're not cold, but they've been sitting out. They're still a little cool.
They're very cool. I love
they're cool
them.
and they're cool in temperature. Yeah,
they're cool and they're cool.
Yeah.
But thank you all. Thank Dice for the Breckenridge recommendation.
We got to get up there too.
Dale and Paula for the Gentleman Jack. Mm-hmm. And then all the other ones. The Willet, we haven't tried that, but we will in a future.
She said, "What are these? These were given to us by Kissy Kat. They're
whiskey
square
stones.
Rocks. They're called whiskey stones, and you can put them in the freezer. Mm-hmm. They get cold like ice, and then you can put them in your drinks, but it doesn't dilute the whiskey because the ice doesn't melt. So it's pretty cool.
Keep it cold.
Right now, since I've had about, I don't know how many pours of whiskey, I would not want to do this because I would go, because I like to chew ice. So I had to put real ice in after about 3 drinks. But that is really whoever thought of that was a great idea. Tom. And Kissy Kat, thank you so much for those. That's cool. Thank you all. I mean, we got gifts. We got from Dale and Paula gave us that bottle, and
and then Bill Coleman
sent money for us to get
picks, which we did do.
Yeah.
And we've got some upcoming, like he said, for the Kentucky Derby. We're gonna do a live on this coming Thursday. to kind of do a Kentucky Derby preview and some horse picks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And then along with some whiskey tasting.
I can give y'all some horse picks right now really quick. If you're horse bettors, here, I'll give you my top 5 right now.
Thank you, Michael.
Top 5. Get your pencil out so you can go bet on the horses.
Thank you so much for coming in and sticking
with Michael.
us, buddy.
Hey, Michael, thanks for being a Patreon member. We love you, buddy. You're awesome. Big supporter. I appreciate you so much. And that really helps us to do stuff. And so Patreon members, guys, if you want to join, you can be a Patreon member or you can join YouTube. Either one is great. Here's my picks. Write them down. Top 5. Messier. That's Messier. Zandon. Taba. Epicenter, which I'm not saying that's number. He might be number 1. And then number 5, this is kind of a little bit stretch, but I like Smile Happy. So that's my top 5. A lot of people would say White Barrio and all those people, but that's my top 5. I'm going to talk about that on Thursday. I'm going to really go over the top 10. So maybe you want to hear that. And Jason has bet on the number 5 horse for the last few years and always finished second. That's good because the 5 through the 10 spot are really good. So they haven't put these horses into their post position yet. So those 5 that I gave you, they may change. If somebody ends up at number 20, that could change everything.
Kevin says you'll smile happy if you go with Walt's picks.
Yeah. Or you'll be like cussing Walt. Send me $10. You
might be cussing Whiskey Walt.
I love betting the horses. I wouldn't say I'm a prognosticator, but I do love the horses. And it's fun.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we'll do.
It is a lot of fun. We go to
this Thursday, we're going to do another live, but it's going to be like pre-Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my ratings. We're going to try a couple more whiskeys, and we'll go from there.
We go to a casino in Charlestown, West Virginia, that has horse racing. And it's a lot of fun. He gets really into it. I'm like, I don't know how you pick those, but tell me what you want me to go bet. And I'll go bet for him, or he'll go up there. And it's so much fun to pick the different stuff.
So he says, tell us which horses. So if I'm going to bet, I gave you my 5, Messier, Zandon, Taba, Epicenter, Smile Happy. And they all might finish last.
You will smile happy if you go with Walt's picks. I like that.
So that's the 5 I like. There are some other good ones. Mo Donegal could win if he gets a really good post position. But there's going to be so many horses. We'll talk about that on Thursday. Don't miss the Kentucky Derby issue.
Yep.
I'm going to be opening. Where's Black? You want to see a cool bottle? So I'm going to open this bottle. See the horse on the front, on the top of it?
Turn it around. There you go.
He says turn around. There you go. That's Blanton's. It's got a racehorse on it. We're going to try Blanton's, and we're going to talk horses. And then anything else.
And I have mint julep. Old Forester mint julep.
And that'll be Thursday, so I'm going to post that up. It's going to be called Trying Blanton's and Picking Horses.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
Yep.
Eldorado here in Columbus. Oh, yeah. But they do the steeplechase there at the Eldorado. Used to be, I guess it's still
California girl says she's looking forward to it.
Scioto Downs. She says get the racing program.
Grey Poupon.
And she says, "Yay, Blanton's!" Yeah, I've had Blanton's somewhere, but I've never. I'm going to open this bottle. It might be the first time.
Yeah, I've never tried it. So, and I'm looking forward to the Old Forester mint julep that I picked.
That's going to be the Thursday before the Derby.
Oh, the Thursday before this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday is just going to be Blanton's and picking horses and whatever. And then the next Thursday will be the final, because the race post position will be coming out.
Okay.
So if you're interested in betting on horses at all, you might want to listen. You might lose all your money, or you might win.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Yeah, we're going 2 hours and 10
Ashley,
minutes.
Tom,
we gotta go.
Kevin, Kia-Belle,
yeah,
California girl.
Thanks
Cali
for hanging in, everybody.
Cali girl, sorry. Everyone, Paula and Dale.
Yeah.
Andy
Goodspeed.
And Keno and Christina and Anthony.
Yeah.
Everyone. I don't mean to leave anyone out, but I appreciate Dave and BB, Lon, everyone that was here. Really, really appreciate you, Michael.
Mountain Man Walt. Yeah.
Oh,
this was a blast.
Thanks, Kevin.
You two are awesome. Yeah, thank you guys. Made it a blast.
Thanks, Random Gene.
Random Gene. Thanks for coming in. I hadn't seen you
yes.
in a while, and so good to see you.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous because he moved to Vegas.
I know. I seen some of his pictures on Instagram too, and I'm like,
yeah,
wow, that property is looking good.
He's living living the life.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Christina and Anthony. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I love you guys. I didn't know you were still here. We'd still be talking about you. Well, we're gonna have to stay longer.
Gord.
Just talk about. Well, look, Gore's here now.
Just got back from having supper.
And we're still on, Gord. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, great to see you. Glad y'all made it home to Canada safely.
Gord is so much fun.
Yes.
It's probably good that we haven't been around together a whole lot, because I guarantee we're going to get in some trouble or something. But maybe not.
Can't wait to see you, Scott, in October. Can't wait to meet you. That'll be awesome.
Who's this?
Scott. He said, can't wait to see you and you guys in October.
Can't wait to see you too, Scott. That'd be awesome. Good to meet. Be great to meet you.
Yeah.
And Triple's saying hi and bye, isn't he?
We're saying good night now, Gord. Time for us. It's late over here on the east.
Yeah.
Well, late for if you're not in a casino.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a casino, it's there's no time. So
no, there's no clocks on the wall, and also they pump in oxygen.
But it's late for us.
I agree. Walt and I definitely need to get into some trouble. Right.
That's right.
No vlogging.
Late night strip walk. I can see it.
Oh,
Triple Ripple and the Frontiersman. Go walking on the strip.
Yes, that's right, Scott. I remember we met at Keno's wedding, but that was short and quick.
Oh, yeah.
And Ashley says exactly to something. I don't know who she was talking to. And Kia says right. So I'm missing something. So, but anyway, I miss a lot because I'm old and slow. Hey guys, have a great night.
Yeah, thank you guys again. Love you all.
Appreciate you coming in. And Tom's like, oh, sure, now you show up. Yeah.
At the end.
So, but if Gordon stays a while, then there'll be a lot more people coming.
That's right.
Walt and I naked on horses riding down the street.
Oh my gosh. Epic.
Kissy Kat doesn't like long goodbyes. I love long goodbyes. It's like Romeo and Juliet. You know how it said, say good night till it's tomorrow. Say good night till it be tomorrow. That's Romeo and Juliet. Long goodbyes. Long
That's
good
awesome.
nights. It's okay, Uncle Walt.
I'm not coming then. Tom's not coming. If that's happening, he's not coming. Oh gosh.
Yeah, Tom, you got to go out. Me and Gord. Oh, it's happening, Kia. It's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
October, here we come.
Oh,
All right.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm gonna quit drinking until then. All right. See y'all later. I'm leaving now. I hate to leaving Gord here because he's funny.
I know.
He's the life of the party.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Tom will have the official blur button. Me and Dice. Skydiving. You want in?
Oh,
it's Ashley.
It's the whiskey talking. Exactly. Yep. Good night, everybody. Love you all. I'm out. Y'all can stay, but I'm gone.
Don't forget Thursday, we're gonna do Blanton's. Doing Blanton's.